Okay, so I've got some time. Patch 10.17, shocking to all, actually already live right now. Uh, Apparently put it in by the time this video gets posted. It will be yesterday evening that this patch was made live. So there's not much to talk about, but let's go through it pretty quickly. New Galaxy, Manatee's Delight. Everyone starts with this patch, so everyone try to find your new Blender build and go have fun. Binary Star has been removed. A lot of people did not like Binary Star. It clearly benefited a handful of builds, while a lot of the solo carry builds kind of got crushed by it. Items. Titan Resolve. Titan Resolve now max stacks at 25, not 50. Why is this relevant? Because everyone was building Titan Resolves on mechs. It was getting max, like, in an instant, and kind of being mech. Yeah. Hands of Justice going from 50% to 45% on both its damage and healing modes. Hand of Justice kind of became a really good item in very specific builds, and by putting it 45, that keeps it in line with Bloodthirster in terms of healing, so that's decent change. Sniper gets hit with a nerf, goes down to 916 instead of 1018. It's hard to tell how much of an impact this one's going to have. I think the 18 to 16 is probably pretty significant. But the 10 to 9, probably not very significant. I think you'll see less Sniper 4, but you'll still see a decent bit of Sniper 2. That's just kind of my feeling on it. But we'll see how the meta falls out. This honestly, this could do nothing. But we'll see. Champion changes. Jarvan's getting nerfed again, going down from 45 to 40 armor. He's apparently overperforming at tier 1 compared to all the tier 1 tanks. I think it's more that the combination of Jarvan, Rakan, Xayah is just a ridiculously good opener. Like, just those 3 units, because you have Protector and you have Celestial, and Protector and Celestial synergize very well. Poppy's magic resist is going up to 35. I'm assuming Poppy's not getting played in Star Guardians. So if Poppy's not getting played in Star Guardians, then where else does she get played? And she gets dropped out of all of the Vanguard 4 builds, Vanguard Mystic builds, unless you're actually playing 6, which I don't think anyone's playing anymore. Blitzcrank's getting an armor buff. I think this one's actually huge. One of the things that often happens with Blitzcrank is he ults once, and throughout his lifespan of doing nothing else, he dies. Having some extra armor means he could ult twice. Having Blitzcrank ult twice can be pretty devastating in a lot of fights. If Blitzcrank is still alive and able to ult twice, say you have an 8v8 fight. Blitzcrank ults, meaning pulls some fresh meat, whatever, who cares. It dies, you go back to beating each other up. Then you get down to like 4v4 situation. Then he pulls the carry that you actually wanted him to pull, but your opponent put in bait. So now he's going to get the carry like right smack dab in the middle of the fight. This is actually, I think, going to be a pretty big change. And I would look to see Blitzcrank getting a lot more play, a lot of Blaster Brawlers getting a lot more play, just Brawlers overall getting a lot more play. This is a very big buff to Brawlers in general. And I don't think it's going to have, like, wide-ranging impacts, outside the fact it makes Brawlers better and makes compositions that currently play Brawlers better. I don't think it's going to, like, make us come up with new comps that we try to put Brawlers into. Maybe the only exception being Astro Snipers. You might... I've tinkered with some different front lines for Astro Snipers where you run 4 Vanguard or 4 Brawler. Could see the 4 Brawler variant with 2 Snipers. That could be a thing. We'll see. Cassiopeia 3 is getting a buff. Fairly significant buff, I might add. Essentially, Vanguard Mystic isn't getting a lot of play, and Cassiopeia 3 was underperforming in that composition, so they decided to buff it up to make it an alternate win condition, because she just wasn't functioning as a win condition at 3-star the way she was supposed to. Master Yi at 2-star and 3-star is getting a 5 damage nerf. Very, very minor, but I don't think the one at 3-star is really meaningful. there's a possibility the one at 2 stars is meaningful. That could be like 1 or 2 additional losses Rebel takes while it's trying to find E3. So I'll keep an eye on it. I don't think it's too significant, but that one's one to watch out for. Nico 3 damage is getting nerfed from 500 to 450. Nico can solo carry front lines pretty easily in various compositions if you build her right. So nerfing her 3-star isn't really a shock to me. Shaco's getting an armor nerf because Shaco is impossible to kill. I have nothing else to say. Shaco is very difficult to kill in the current meta because he teleports all over the place, and oftentimes everyone's building an RFC on him, which makes him... so he's losing aggro, and he's never entering aggro range, is the problem with Shaco right now. And it's very, very relevant in like mech mirrors, where someone has an RFC on Shaco, and Shaco can hit the mech without the mech hitting Shaco. That's very, very, very relevant in mech v mech situations. So that said, this isn't a big change, but I do welcome it. Riven's getting a buff because Riven sucks. Actually, I shouldn't say Riven sucks. Riven, it's hard to say where Riven fits in the game right now. I'm not quite sure what exactly the plan with Riven is, or how you should be playing her. I think there are just better carries. I don't think a build's gonna come up in time to help people figure out how they should be playing Riven. GP's getting a nerf at 1-star and 2-star. I was pretty sure this was going to be a more significant nerf because my understanding is Gangplank is the highest performing tier 5 unit in the game currently. So it is very surprising to see that it's only dropping 25 damage. I figured it was going to drop 50. Nah, I don't know. Xerath is getting a buff. Xerath was kind of underperforming. The problem with Xerath is, in order to really get Xerath to work, is you have to turn him online, and to turn him online, you really need a Rage Blade and a Janna. Otherwise, you can't really do much with him. He's very, very in need of Janna and Rage Blade in order to, like, destroy entire compositions. That said, if you give him a Rage Blade and a Janna, he will destroy an entire composition. Anyway, that's it. It was a very minor patch. I suspect 10.18 will probably be pretty similar, fairly minor patch, and I assume 10.18 will be the last patch we get for this before we start hearing about stuff about set 4. So, anyway, that's all I got. I'll see you around. Peace.